So with that being said, let's talk about tires. I was watching another video, or I used to watch another channel, and not that I wouldn't, I just don't watch YouTube as much as I used to, but I was watching another channel, Oregon Motorcycle. I believe he probably still has a CB500X. I haven't checked in a long time, but he had the Michelin, gosh, it's been so long now, I don't remember what he put on it, but he talked about it like it was, like they were great tires. They looked like they're a pretty aggressive dual sport tire, but I thought about going for something a little more tready, something a little more dirt bike-ish, because I ride on the road. I use this bike every once in a while for work or to travel to and from, and then also to make visits with, but that's about it. I don't really, when I'm riding for fun, I'm doing this stuff right here. I'm not, if I'm riding on the road, it's the Parkway, and it's usually I'm riding on the Blue Ridge Parkway to get to a road, these gravel roads. So if someone watches this and has some pretty good suggestions for tires for a bike like this, these small entry level adventure motorcycles, for this type of riding, definitely leave it in a comment. The tires that I used on the CRF were the Kenda. Was it Kendra? No, I think it's Kendra. I think it's Kenda. But those tires did great. They were amazing. And before all the tread come off of these, they really were, they were marketed as a 50-50 type of tire, and they absolutely were not 50-50. You could just tell by looking at them, it was like 90-10, maybe 80-20. Definitely a lot more street oriented with some grooves so you could ride on some trails, but they never were amazing dual sport tires. But I got them because they were on clearance. The other thing I'm struggling with too, honestly, is whether or not I want to keep this motorcycle. I love the CB500X, but I also absolutely loved the CRF, and I would like to take a ride on a CRF 300L to see if I liked it, but it's either that or something like a DRZ, and then displacement size of 300 to 400, maybe 450 cc's, and something a little lighter and maneuverable, because after all, this is what I like, and this motorcycle does pretty good. Ooh. I can't be mad. I mean, these tires will get me through. Anyway, so my point is, I thought about buying just a generic tire, maybe even what these bikes come with, something very similar to that. Which in fact, the tire that this, oh gosh, I don't remember what they were, Dunlop something. They came with a tire that was probably more dual sport oriented than the ones that are on it now. So I thought about buying something like that, and something cheap, because I may not be using them, and I would just sell this bike with a decent set of tires for whoever wants to use it for whatever, and if they want new tires, well, that's fine too, or just as is without new tires, and maybe just take the price, kind of deduct that from the price, and that way whoever bought it could put whatever they wanted on it. Another draw, the reason, and I also thought about selling the bike too, because I did extend a warranty. This is a 2019 and it is 2023. The warranty runs out next year, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's June of 24. I'll just search through my emails just to confirm. So So it's still under warranty for another year. And quite honestly, like I feel like that would be a great selling point. It would be a good time to sell it, because then it would be that much in the price. You know, the price of tires and warranty would kind of offset each other. But and then, you know, once this is sold, going back and buying something else, like the CRF300L or something. I don't know. If anybody watches his channel, just let me know. I was kind of interested in what are we doing here? You know, I'm gonna let them know how muddy this place really is. Hello.
How you doing?
Is that thing all-wheel drive?
Oh yeah.
Okay. It gets really, really muddy about half a mile this way.
Oh, does it?
It's pretty thick.
It's a little bit muddy. Have you been up?
No, I'm trying to get out of here now. Okay. If you got through that, you'll probably be all right, but it's all downhill from here. Okay. Just letting you guys know.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
What kind of bike's that? The Honda?
Yeah, Honda CB500X.
Oh.
Yep.
That's nice. We got a couple of Groms.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I
78 CB752 at the house.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. We need to get some knobbies on our Groms.
Yeah.
I got a couple Groms at the house. But they get mine gets 154 miles to the gallon.
That's amazing.
I ain't kidding you.
That's amazing.
It's got the average, the little, it'll tell you what you're averaging. Mine's 154.
Yeah.
And I got ABS on mine, but we love them.
Yeah.
God, you can just ride on and on and on.
Yeah. Those old things are cool.
They'll do, like on the highway, they'll do 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll do 60. And well, if you're level ground, you can get about 65 if you're level.
Are they screaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they got a little, when you're getting close to red line, it's got a little light that comes on when you red line them. But
yeah. This is doing some sliding today, so.
We figure we'll get some knobbies and try it up here.
Absolutely. That'd be fun. All right. Well, I gotta get moving. Would you guys be careful down there if you go away? It's nice talking to you. Feel like I did my due diligence there. But anyway, leave in the comments. I don't know. Would it be a better idea just to sell it as is? Let someone, you know, take some money off the price, let them buy their own tires, or if I should just buy something, throw it on there, and then let them enjoy it this year. So yeah, so far as bikes, man, I would love to have a like I was saying, a CRF 300 or a DRZ, that range, you know, 300 to 400 cc's. One of the biggest things is, honestly, I think the DRZ, I've said it before in my videos, and I may or may not have posted them, I don't know, but I'll say it again. Like, I feel like the DRZ is probably one of the best all-around bikes. A little slick. It's one of the best all-around bikes you can get to do whatever you want to with. Because, you know, people throw those Supermoto rims and tires on them, and they are, I don't know, I just felt they're just the best all around. You can do just about whatever you want to with them. And also on my trip, and I don't know if I did post, I don't think I got that far. I think I deleted the videos before I posted it, but I ran into an older man, and he had a DR650, and he said he has been riding, I think he told me he was in the 60s, maybe 70s. He'd been riding for many years, and he said he's had tons of motorcycles. He said, you name it, he's pretty much owned it. And he said that the DR650 is the only motorcycle he's ever purchased twice. And he was on a 2021 DR650, and the reason he had that was because he was afraid they're going to discontinue them soon, so he wanted to buy the newest one that he could get, just in case they did discontinue it, and that way he could have it for years. You know, I don't know, I've read somewhere, maybe they're discontinuing them somewhere, I think maybe Australia or somewhere, but I have a feeling if they discontinue them, it would be very similar to the KLR. You know, that was discontinued just to be brought back a few years later with fuel injection. And that is honestly one of the only reasons I have not pursued the DRZ, is because I really am a sucker for fuel injection. Just because you don't have to mess with it, you know. And I don't mind messing with things and fixing things, but I don't have to do it. You know, I wouldn't have to do it much if I just stayed around here. But if I wanted to just take a trip, I don't want to have to worry about messing with carbs. Now I know there's a lot of options as far as like aftermarket types of fuel injection for the DRZ, but that has truly been one of the only things that's kept me from pursuing a DRZ. That being said, I've been looking at them a lot lately. I'm getting to the point where I kind of just don't care. I might just go ahead and just do it anyway. Because it's I don't know, they're such cool bikes. I like them. If it wasn't that though, it's going to be the Honda, and I just love the Hondas because of the low maintenance, and the fact that I took a CRF across the country and it tracked it across the entire country and back just fine is enough for me to I would be totally comfortable getting the 300, the CRF 300L or the Rally. I don't, you know, whatever, but just that motorcycle. True, it is bumpy. But I have been around DRZs a lot, and I have never heard anyone who's owned a DRZ or a DR650 say, I'll never buy that bike again. You know, I've never heard hardly any complaints about those motorcycles. And in a way, they've been around for so long, they're almost perfected, you know? And I feel like they've been around for so long too. There's a lot of options as far as aftermarket modifications. Oh, I should also mention the DR650 was also kind of in the running. The group of people I rode with a lot last year, 3 of them were riding DR650s, and they all absolutely loved them. So I'm going to. I was looking at those as well. Honestly, the difference, I was looking at some of the specs on them. There isn't a big difference in the amount of kind of like, you know, the power and the weight to power ratio. The people I've talked to, now this is all just hearsay and what I've been told, but it seems like the DR650 is a lot torqueier, has a lot more torque than the DRZ, but some people like that, some people don't. I've learned that I don't. I would kind of prefer less torque, but I also don't do wild single track or track racing or anything crazy. This is what I do, and I don't feel like I need a lot of torque for that. Also, the bike, the DR650 is just a bigger bike. It's heavier. However, if there's ever time I want to take a long trip, I'm not going to be worried about, do I have enough power for my weight, which is heavy, and all my luggage. So when it comes down to those 2 bikes, it really is kind of a I feel like it's a win-win. It doesn't matter what you choose, I feel like you're going to win. And then of course there's the CRF 300L, which I don't know, that one struggled. I would say that was the one big thing I noticed on the trip, was that I could not keep up on the highways for sure, going up a hill. You know, I'd be down in 4th gear, almost redlining, just to keep the thing going at 50 miles an hour, 55, to keep up with the other guys. So I do feel like this is a bike I would probably regret selling, and I only say that because I've read online of how many people had this bike and then went for the T7, Yamaha T7, because, well, I mean, it seemed like it was perfect, and I think it's still probably a great bike, but but I was reading, and I read at least 2 different stories where someone went from the CB500X to the Tenere 700, and after 1 season sold the bikes, went back to the CB500X because they liked it. They like these bikes so much more than those. So that's really one of the biggest things, is like reading that kind of stuff, knowing that I like this bike for what it is, part of me thinks like, man, you don't want to sell it because you're going to be like, man, that was actually a pretty cool bike. But I don't know, we'll see. I want to ride on a DR650, DRZ, and a 300L just to see. You know, I'd like to spend an afternoon on each one of them. And then get back onto this, and I think I would know what I want to do. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting close. I've been down this road and to that point a long time ago. That is definitely a national forest road, and there's camping spots along that road. I didn't go down. I didn't go down there. That's just what I found out by googling it. But yeah, I should be coming out here soon to a little more population and back on the parkway. In fact, I'm wondering if my battery's about to die on this thing. Another thing I'd like to do is ride a CB500X that has the Rally Raid suspension and some of the accessories, because I feel like that would make this bike so much better. And here is, there should be a church here. There it is. Here's the road. So that is going to conclude. This is not the parkway, but I don't trust my microphone doing well right now for the rest of this video. So that's going to conclude this episode, or episodes, don't know yet. This road will eventually join back to the parkway in probably, I think, 4 miles or so, roughly. So as soon as I get some more time, I'm going to make some more content. Maybe more or less talking. Probably not more. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. So give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next one.